Welcome to the Academy of Photography. When I'm using a telephoto lens, I feel like a sniper. I feel like I have superpowers. I know you're watching the other photographers, but do they have the superpowers I have? I guess not. I'm Christian Tudor, and today I would like to invite you to watch a compilation from previous videos I have done. A lot of people do desire to see more ideas in one go, so I have decided to gather a few of those ideas into only one video. I believe it brings more value this way. I have removed all the fluff, so today I'm going to show you 15 ideas for wedding photography. For those of you who already watched all 100 videos before, this is not necessarily for you. You can get bored. There's nothing new. It's just a compilation. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Shooting on an empty street. So for this idea, what I'm asking the couple to do is go 50 meters away from me on the empty street, in the middle of the street if possible, or the corridor or whatever. So what they need to do is just hold hands, spread apart like this. Is a variation because they're still there, so what I'm going to ask them to do is hold hands like that, even hug and or give me the dip. One of the greatest I've done was actually on a street that went over a hill, so I asked the couple to be on the top of the hill so you can actually see the ocean behind. Absolutely loved it. Another idea that is basically related to the lineup, which is in one of the previous videos, is the depth of field with the bride and groom. So what I'm asking them to do is just spread apart, probably 5 to 10 meters in between them, and I'm shooting the groom first in the foreground, having the bride at the background blurry, and I'm asking them to look at me and look at each other, focus on the groom and focus on the background where the bride is. Another one of my favorite is the hedge. And if I see a hedge, there's no way I will miss it. So what I'm asking the couple to do is just simply hug and look at me and kiss, look at each other and look at me. I'm shooting along the hedge and I'm getting that nice depth of field effect. If I don't find the hedge, I'll definitely find the fence. Or a textured wall, like a sandstone wall, or even the reflection. Ask the bridesmaids to give the bride a kiss. Because they will be on the side, and if it's more than 2 bridesmaids, not all of them will kiss the bride, and they'll try to do it like that, and you give them a reason to relax and to have a bit of fun. But actually the ice-breaking point is the next photo, when you ask the girls to give you funny faces and they will do it for you. They can pull out their tongues, they can do funny faces, and they can do actually the Charlie's Angels poses. Similar idea is the groom's kiss. Now with the boys it's probably a bit more difficult because the boys are very serious. Not all of them want to kiss the groom. Next idea is what I call the jump. I always ask the groomsmen to give me a jump, so I'm just gonna count 1, 2, 3 and they're gonna jump. The air throw. This is what I would like to call the air throw. Again, this is not 100% success because some groomsmen will be too serious to do it. So you ask all the groomsmen to pick up the groom and throw him in the air like he's kind of a champion and he achieved a great achievement. Another great idea is to have the Madonna material girl pose. Basically what you need to ask the groomsmen to hold the bride on their arms. The male Madonna pose. Now this is probably a bit more difficult to achieve because the girls are not as strong as the boys. You ask the bridesmaids to hold the groom. Now there's always going to be probably some strong girls that they can do it and they will be happy to do it for you. It's something that I would like to call the discipline. So basically what you need to do is get the bride and groom to stand up apart, a couple of meters apart, and do a military, very serious pose. We're going to talk about what I would like to call the dip. What I am asking the groom or the male partner to take this position and get the wife or girlfriend or whatever to actually do a dance move like that. I like to do this pose either on a flat background surface like a sandstone wall, but always I am trying to do archways or footpaths or bridges or whatever. When you have a little bit of depth and also a rhythm for the columns or for the balusters or for balustrade, it's always looking good. Now, another classic one, I was actually on my back shooting up, and I believe this is one of the best compositions. It does follow the rule of thirds and also diagonals. It's a little bit twisted, it does have the tension, and I believe it's a very good picture. Just lucky to be there on that day, and this just came without thinking. I just felt like it and I just took this one. Very happy. Another classic, if I'm around the city, I'm always, again, rule of thirds and trying to get the skyline in the background. Beautiful picture, following the rules, very easy. Okay, this comes from another category I always love. If I get the chance to be in between skyscrapers in the building, I'm always posing the bride or the couple with a symmetrical image, and I'm always looking through the gaps. I love the verticality and I always go for this kind of picture. It's always interesting to go into an urban environment. People are really understanding and everyone is happy, just saluting and they're just shouting congratulations. Now this is one of my favorites. I would put this in the top 10. The stairs, always loving the stairs with texture, in this case concrete, and also a bit of sandstone. I believe this is one of the images that can be on the cover of a magazine. I really love composition. I always ask the bride to sit on the first, on the second step on the right hand side, and the groom will be on the top 3 steps, and they're kind of towards each other but on different levels. This is about the bride, and weddings are about the bride in generally, and I believe this one is really hitting the spot in terms of everything. Now with the stairs, you can do a lot of things with the stairs. These stairs, especially when you have something like that, it can become a texture always interesting, and just try to make sure you don't have other people around. If you are in public spaces and they are very popular, it's very difficult to get an empty spot or an empty gap like this one. It took us a while to get this one. The bride's eye. So what I would like to do is get the groom to turn the back to the camera like this, and the bride to look over the groom's shoulder just with the eyes. Another wedding photography posing tip with you, which is what I like to call the circle. So basically what you need to do is lay down on the floor and shoot up and ask people to do a circle, like one of those rugby circles around you. Another idea is to actually stand up and shoot down, and you ask the people to lay down, or you can climb on a bench, on a chair, or you can shoot from a balcony or whatever.